Hey guys, welcome to another SaaS landing page teardown. And the company we're doing today is Mailshake, which is like a really cool product and is a pretty popular product, I believe. And I think we could have some very cool suggestions here because there's definitely a couple of tweaks that could be done here. So if we look here, I always want to mention that in order to have like a really good homepage or a landing page or whatever, it needs to answer these three questions. So one, what problems does it fix? The big problem your customers have. How can I use the tool to fix my problem? The big problem and everything, exactly how it works, answer all my questions and stuff like that. And why is it better than my current process or anything else on the market? So essentially, these are the three questions you need to answer, and this one is like the hardest one. So one thing that is really not clear is, at least for me, and I think it should be clear on a website as well, because other people share this thought. CRMs and stuff like that and tools to send cold email and everything are probably the most competitive thing in SaaS, and I think it makes sense to do an exercise where you need to understand why is it better, why is it, do people choose you because it's better, it's easier because of the templates, because of email delivery and stuff like that. I checked the reviews and there are some hints that is like the easiest thing to use because I've highlighted this. It's like very easy to use. It's like a robot for a salesperson, which is a good headline. The ability to use mail merge. Also offers stats and templates and everything. So basically what you need to do to find this is you either ask your customers, you look at the questions in the FAQ or the questions people ask on a demo, or you look at the reviews here and try to find the patterns, why people are choosing you over any other tool. And the easiest way to find this is if someone moved from a CRM from a similar tool to Mailshake, you can ask those why they moved, because those are the ones that can highlight the problems of other tools the most. You can also go to sites like Capterra and Trustpilot and look at the competitors and do the exact same thing and check the reasons why people are not happy about it, so you can steal their customers essentially. Okay, so moving to the page, I think the headline is fine. If I knew if this should be a simpler solution or the best solution or the easiest solution for cold emails, I would make the headline better. But since I don't know, because of the positioning exercise, I think this is good enough. But I believe there are a couple of things that we can highlight. So for instance, this one is you're saying build an automated omnipresent channel. And essentially I look at this and it's saying you can follow up via the phone or social media on your cold email campaign. So essentially you just say increase engagements by following up via the phone or something. It needs to have like some adjustments in the font, so it fits better. And then you highlight increase engagements, because you're increasing the engagement of your campaigns if you follow up with the right leads via the phone. And essentially you could also say for the ones that are not engaged or based on some criteria, you can filter through the leads, and Mailshake tells you which ones to call. That should also be clear. I just don't know that, so I'm not writing it at the moment. Then you have like all these amazing templates that it just takes too long to load all of this. So I would just remove this and say 50 plus, let's say it's 50 plus proven templates. So they're being tested for all of your cold email needs or something. This is fine. And then you just add a space because it's way too close. And then we just highlight whatever the image says, because you might not know the image. And then you just add some bullet points, template categories or something. and then you say for guest posts, for content promotion and stuff like that. So it's like very obvious, and then you can go even more specific with the use cases. Essentially, we just want to highlight this and just say 50 proven templates, blah, blah, blah. You can say these have been tested with 10,000 plus prospects or more, or whatever criteria you test them with. Because this essentially, your customers can take these and get results right away. So that's the value. Ignore this space, there's some issue with the spacing, but essentially they're bullet points. This is fine, like you just get some tips whenever you're writing the email. So, this is perfect, and I think it's well explained. This is very poorly explained because it seems like you can get a review from one of their team experts, and that just needs to be more obvious. So instead of saying making you a better cold emailer, you can just literally say exactly what it is. Get your campaign reviewed by our outreach experts. Essentially, that's what you're saying here, but people only read the headline, so it has to be in the headline. And then you say free, so it grabs attention. And then you need to justify, our experts have 10 years of experience. They have analyzed 100 campaigns, let's say 1,000 campaigns, and so on. So people know, that your team knows their stuff. Then you also want to say, we'll send you a video breakdown, because that's what it is, in 72 hours max, because that's what it says as well. I'm just making all of this more obvious. And I think because you have like resources and I think it's ebooks and probably video series, probably like webinars or something. You could have like another section like this, but just have a title that says, we have like a ton of free resources and blogs and blah blah. I think the rest is good. It's fairly easy to understand. Instead of saying a killer API, you could say okay, not sure what happened. You could say you can use our API to create your own. I don't know what you can create with the API, but let's say you can create your own use cases. Or let's say leverage. Okay, not sure what's happening. Leverage our API to create your own use cases, or whatever you can use with the API, because at the moment I don't really know, but essentially always showing how they can use it. So you're just stacking the amount of value you're providing for your customers, and then $29 a month starting price doesn't seem like nothing. I wouldn't say go pro. I would say you could say pro features, and then have people see that on the plans and pricing. Pro features or whatever, just so people don't really think about which plan they want to decide first, because they haven't seen the pricing page yet. And then you ask them to go to the pricing page, and because you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, I would say you could just change this around and say, try us, get Mailshake, or you could say love it, or your money back, love it, or your money back, essentially. And you can say, if you don't love Mailshake, in your first 30 days using it, we will give you a full refund. And then you could say, instead of saying pricing, I can't really change that, but if I could, I would say try it risk-free. So we will keep reminding them that, if they don't like it, they can always ask their money back. So essentially it's like a free trial, but a little bit different. Okay, let me just see if I missed anything. Yeah, and then is the thing that is missing on a page. So if people are moving from another CRM, how will they import their data? That's a question people always ask. So they want to understand how they can import it. I think you say you have this Salesforce integration, so I assume you're saying you can get them from Google Sheets and Pipedrive and Salesforce and everything. But if that's the case, you can also say import all of your data using integrations and stuff like that, because that's always a question. Otherwise, importing the data could be a huge pain in the ass, even if people want to become a customer. Then it's email delivery. I saw this in the reviews somewhere, that people were concerned about email delivery, and Mailshake's email delivery was better than the competitors they have tried. And then you can also highlight the templates and the expert advice, which was what I've done here like a few minutes ago. Essentially, those are the suggestions that I have for Mailshake. If we knew that positioning exercise, I think we could get even clearer on who this is for, why is it better, and just make it crystal clear on a page. But I think those those 3 or 4 tweaks can also help you a lot with making sure your potential customers really know the power of Mailshake. That's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed the free breakdown. If you want the formula that I use with all of my customers, with all of my clients, basically is like a formula with a bunch of questions that tells me exactly what to use for each page. I use it with all my clients, and it works really well. Basically, I just follow the same structure, answer those questions, fill in the blanks, and it's pretty much ready to go and ready to be tested. I can give you that for free if you just type cheat sheet in the comments, or just tell me to send that in. Just send me a connection request or something, and I'll send that in ASAP. And if you're interested in getting some help to improving your messaging, explaining your product better on your pages and throughout your website, you can get more conversions, you can go ahead and book a free consultation at cortez.design/free consultation. And I'm looking forward to jumping on a call with you and understanding more about your goals and your problems and stuff like that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have an awesome day. Cheers.